And if it does, you'll mistakenly call it skill, like I did in the beginning. Not the very beginning. The very beginning, I got my ass handed to me, and I'm glad it happened. But I had 9 months of pure, unadulterated fucking luck that I was convincing myself and everyone else around me that my shit didn't stink. And I had it all figured out. And man, I didn't. You don't want to get lucky. You don't want to have a lottery win in the beginning of your learning. You want it rough. It will give you the proper mindset. It'll show you how you can fail if giving yourself over to impulsive tendencies, an undisciplined mindset. And all those things are easily overcome if you just simply let down your guard and let your real self step forward and say, okay, I'm comfortable being vulnerable right now because I know it's good medicine. Where are my weaknesses right now? What are the things that are scary to me? What are my fearful thoughts? What are my reasons for doubting my future success? What are the things that I'm feeling inside? What are other people saying about me that are weighing on me heavily? Some of you like to mother me and say, why do you talk to these haters? Why do you give them time? I'm not giving that hater any time. I'm actually talking through that hater. I'm literally coming back and showing them what they're saying is nonsense, because there's going to be a dozen people that just find me with the content I'm giving out for free, and they'll read some joker's fucking slated opinion about me because they're trying to sell something and nobody wants to buy it, so therefore they got to come over and try to leave something on my doorstep so other people won't knock on the door and say, hey, can you help me too? Because they're jealous. They're pathetic fucking losers. But I know if I answer back and say, but here's a live account, son. Here's your whole fucking month in one trade in less than 5 minutes, son. Here's me perfectly doing it with no drawdown, son. Here's me doing it with your fucking broker of your choice and you ain't stepping still yet, son. That's why I do it, because they can see, oh, these are just words, and here's the guy doing it. Here's the guy doing it. Are you going to let other people and their opinions of you when you are successful? You're going to let them paint boundaries that you have to do this, or we can't view you as successful. Fuck all of your opinions about what success is. When I wake up, I'm not going to work. When I go to bed, I don't give a fuck what time I wake up. My body just does it. 4 hours. Sometimes it's 4 hours and 10 minutes. Sometimes it's 3 hours and 45 minutes. This is in that window. But I don't go to fucking bed worrying about what I got to do when I wake up. I ain't got to worry about packing a fucking lunch to go to work. I ain't got to worry about my 401k. I ain't got to worry about how my fucking car payment's going to get paid. I ain't got to worry about what my wife's doing when I'm not home. I don't have all those fucking things to worry about. I have contentment. I'm at peace. And I don't have to fucking trade. Ever. Tell me what success is outside of that, because I am the epitome of it. I don't have to charge money to fucking sell education to live. What's success? You're all going to have a different idea of it. But when you get there, you're going to be met with people, and if you invite it, if you give room for it, and give it a stage. And on Twitter, that's what I do. I provide a stage. I've been out here waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and people claiming they joined this and they did that. They didn't do shit. Where's your profitable students? Look around. Where's yours? I say it, I mean it. And there's still always going to be two people that either agree with it or don't like what I said, so they're going to come up with some bullshit. They're going to do the same thing to you. Are you going to let them influence you? Once you find success, are you going to let them take you out of your focus? Does it mean that much to you? That you got to have every fucking body believe you? Because that's a character flaw. I don't bite back at haters and shit because I'm insecure. I'm not insecure. It's sport to me. I bait it all the time. And they've all failed. And I've been entertained by it. No one's taking me out of the thought processes that I go through every single day. I'm not losing sleep. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried about nothing. Will you be like that when you get successful? In the beginning, probably not. You'll be afraid of, what if I lose everything? So when you get to that mile marker of a millionaire, I don't want to spend any money. I have to keep $1 million. I don't want to drop $1 below $1 million because then I won't really be a millionaire anymore. I experienced that. It's silly. It's silly as shit. It only lasted for a minute because it became 2 million and 3 million. But the long and short is, you will have new concerns, new adversities. So how do you prevent the fear of spending less than $1 million and $1 less than that, you're no longer a millionaire? It's easy. You make another fucking $1 million. Then you make another $1 million, you make another $1 million, and you do that, you'll never have that fucking fear again. ICT, do a Twitter space on how to make $1 million. Okay, trade the silver bullet model. When you make your money, stop for the day. Don't over leverage and let time do all the heavy lifting. But I want a Lambo tomorrow. Get the fuck out of here. Can't help everybody, right? But you certainly can help yourself. And you should. You need to identify the adversities that you're feeling and experiencing. Identify them. Walk right up to their fucking face and say, you are no longer a concern for me. Everything I do from this day forward is to beat you into submission, subdue you, and cut you out of my life as a cancer. Fear of losing money. Fear of getting it wrong. How do you overcome fear of being wrong? Journaling. And sweet talking. Romanticizing how you did it incorrectly, but you've learned something from it. Wow. That is amazing. You just said that I had a negative experience, but I'm going to tell myself that this was good for me. And what lessons do I take from that? So that way I don't do it again willfully. You know what that is? It's maturity. As a 20-year-old, I could not look at it that way. Everything was an attack. Everything was a reason for me to become a new victim in my own hands. And that really causes an increase in self-doubt, low self-esteem. And I already had a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to prove to the world that my own parents didn't want me. So I'm going to become fucking superhuman. They're all going to recognize me. So everything I did was with the highest form of output as a result, or it wasn't good enough. And I failed a lot. I failed so many times in the beginning. But guess what didn't stop? My work ethic. It just made it bigger and stronger. I was more tenacious, more fucking ready to cut everything else out of my life. And everything was this. Those fucking candlesticks at the time were open, high, low, closed bars. I was going to make those motherfuckers my workers. These are my worker bees. You fucking work for me. When I first looked at them, I looked at them and said, man, these things are scary. What's it going to do next? And you probably are at that stage right now because you're brand new. What's it going to do next? It's scary. Oh, look, this whipped up. This whipped up 7 handles. Look at that. Oh, I'm probably wrong. Or maybe you're just fucking paranoid and you're not trusting the model that you've been watching and studying and backtesting and have so many examples of. Sometimes it's not going to be accurate for you as the trader to engage it. Doesn't mean the model itself failed. You did it wrong. That's applicable to everything. I don't give a fuck if you're trading any other retail concept. If you took a trade, it didn't fail, you did. That's personal responsibility. But every one of us in the beginning, and some still want to hold on to it, when you fail, you want to have the convenience of being able to say, well, the responsibility was outside of me. It was this thing that caused me to lose money. And you wonder why you have all these mental issues about yourself, not in trading only, in everything, because you have unreasonable expectations. You're looking at things improperly, but telling yourself all the while that this is the correct way of doing it, and anything less is bullshit. It's making me a victim. I demand reparations. This is bullshit. This is unjustly done to me. I don't deserve this. I didn't do it. Somebody else did it. Something else did it. Something else caused it. That is not someone that's going to do very well as a trader. And they sure as fuck ain't going to be a good guru mentor. People that have done this long enough in anything, not just trading, that they've done it, they've hurt themselves, they've grown through that, and they found themselves on the other side. They are the ones that have the experience. They are the ones that have the ability, the voice to listen to, because they've been on both sides. You don't want to learn from someone that has just been introduced to something. They haven't incurred loss and worked through it, lived with it, conquered it. What did they do? How did they think about what they were going through at the time? Those are the most paramount things to be worried about as a developing trader, not what's the right order block. How do you know when a fair value gap is going to stay open? Those types of questions are the ones that are very telling as an individual, because I'm not trying to say don't ask me questions, but the folks that ask those kind of questions are equivalent to the same ones that say, right after I call a move and it delivers, what's next? Now where? Where's it going to go next? That's somebody that doesn't know how to trade. That's somebody that just needs a nudge to go out there and impulsively trade when there is no setup. Because I say, I think it's going to go here. Okay, that's where my area of interest is. I want to see NASDAQ 15,126. I want to see it. But it has to have a context in price that allows that setup to be there. Otherwise, that's just a level I'm interested in. It might trade there next week and I may miss the move. Am I going to go unhinged and say, fuck all this shit? It doesn't fucking work. I missed this one fucking trade. I couldn't encapsulate my entire career in this one fucking trade. Oh, let's throw it all out the fucking window. It's useless now. It's silly to think like that, but so many of you do it. Just like that. When you're trying to get a funded account challenge passed, you're trying to trade your first fucking trade with your funded account. You couldn't wait to get funded. Now you have it. You have a funded account. And here you go. Within fucking 5 fucking minutes of getting your login details, you're in there trading at a time when there ain't no fucking reason to be in there. Let's go for it, baby. I can trade 5 contracts. Oh, I won't do that. Let's just do 4. And max day loss. What the fuck? 21 attempts to get this shit. Here I already shit the fucking bed. Yeah, because you're not ready. You have not learned. You want sugar high, not consistently boring meat and potatoes. You live long, healthy, strong, virile lives, meat and potatoes. You eating fucking candy bars, you're gonna get fat and unhealthy. You don't want your trading to be in a diabetic fucking coma. You want things that are gonna be sustainable. Things that are rooted on sound logic. that have proven themselves to outpace and overcome your former adversities. The things that you were fearful of, you stomped a mud hole in it and walked it fucking dry. Now, everything in front of you is an opportunity. But do you have the maturity, the self-discipline, and control to filter out the ones that are less likely to deliver the highest yield? There's levels to this, folks. And you think it's just, give me a 5-minute condensed version of ICT, make it easy for me so I can go out there and blow my fucking account. Because that's what you're asking for. Give me another shortcut excuse for me to go out there and try to do something I'm ill prepared to do. But we'll call it fucking skill if I'm lucky. I know it doesn't sound good sometimes hearing it like that way, but folks, listen, that's just exactly what I needed to hear when I was coming up. There was nobody to do it. I didn't know nobody that had the excuse to do not do this because this is what will happen. I was going through it myself. I was the poster child for fucking blown accounts, failing, fearful of this, doubting myself, all that stuff. Do you see those characteristics in me today? Do you hear them in me today? Fuck no. I'm always referred to as the most arrogant fucking pompous prick there is in trading. Because I know my shit will work. I know when it will work. That's a level of confidence that you just can't get in a book. You can't go to a workshop. A guru can't teach that to you. You earn that shit. You earn it. You acquire it through sweat, work, diligent approach to studying, adhering to fucking rules, and abstaining from things that are wasteful, time-consuming, fucking negative horseshit. You cut all that stuff out. If you're listening to me today, you're on the right fucking path. You're doing that very thing. So many people are still sleeping in because they got fucking drunk last night. Some of you are probably hungover listening to this thinking, shit, I wish I wouldn't have been fucking so hungover. This would have been a better space. What you do on your weekends tells the story of your future.